Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, autoappraise.com, November 20th, 2023. This is video number 2 on a pre-purchase inspection 1967 Signet Gold GTO. Just got done doing a hoisted underbody inspection. All the photographs all around the car. Did not photograph the trunk yet. I'll have to do that out here in the rain. Had to move out of the way, so they were moving a tow truck in. So a quick recap: good solid Survivor underbody, as the other video showed. 800-301-3886 is my phone number should you happen to need a pre-purchase inspection. This video is being recorded along with the other one and uploaded to our YouTube channel and given only to the guy who hired us to do the inspection. He's going to decide at that point to buy it or to pass, at which point you might see this video become public and serving as a commercial for the business. So if you're watching this video, this car may not be for sale. It might already be sold and sitting in a guy's garage. 01C is the build date on this, so it's a third week in January 1967. Therefore, it does not have a VIN stamp on the motor or the trans. However, P, Apple 7, Apple 5, Apple 05, so it was a 67 January 5th transmission date stamp, which works good for a third week in January 67 build car. The casting date on the engine, I'll have to pop the hood here in a minute. I was able to see the casting date on the intake real easy up front, and it was Mary, so it was, I think that's December 1966. I could read the first couple letters on the casting date of the engine, and I couldn't read the year though, so we got a pretty good read on it. I've got some still photos of it. There's a small antifreeze leak seeping out of the thermostat housing, probably a gasket or something, but you see a little puddle of antifreeze there. Stock carburetor, 400 block. We've got a motor unit number here and a WT. William Thomas is our suffix code. M296. 01C. Trim code is 223 black, and G2 on the Signet Gold. Let's see if I can get one more shot at this date code on the back of it. Why? Is he dating my photos? There we go. Casting number. Apple 047. Yay! Alright. 4th day of January 1967. Period correct clamps and tower, tall tower clamps on the radiator hoses. These upper bushings were rebuilt at some point on the suspension, else the suspension appears to be largely stock and original. Rebuilt inner and outer tie rod ends, and bullet joints were changed. Antifreeze looks like it's in good shape. Engine oil was nice and clean. Got a little bit of burn off on the engine paint. Frame rails are nice and straight, as discussed in the other video. Interiors of the inner fenders look like they're in good solid shape as well. Hood pads been changed. They were torn up a little bit right there in the center. It's going to be difficult to show the small paint flaws and chips with the rain coming down. There's a few here on the grill surround panel, here and here, a couple here, a little bubble here, a couple The small chips here, here, and here. That would be a few here and here. Panel alignment is good. All T3 headlights, and amazingly they're all working. The bright light indicator is working as well. The wipers are sweeping. The doors open and close nicely. All right, I have to shove that a little harder. There we go. No major dings or dents down either side. Real subtle, slight, if any, waviness detected, and body filler really isn't a concern on this car. Digital paint meter. I have still photos all the way around the vehicle, and they read very nice. I'll hit some of the low spots here right away. 5.8. Above the wheels, 10. Ahead of the rear wheels, 5. 7. Door corner, 8. Door corner, 2. Lower fender splash, 3.8. And the other side reads very similar. These are some Coker Classic red lines, 14-inch wheels, rallies. Early Rally 1 wheels. A little bit of paint peel on the caps. These tires are date coated from 2001. The tread's reasonably decent, but they are older date coats. Doors close nicely. Jams are in good condition. Door, skin lips, and corners. They look good. Both doors have a nice overlap there. Any potential skin repair was done in a nice fashion. Properly mounted VIN tag with rosette rivets, 242 VIN. I'm going to move by that quickly. Original pedal covers show some substantial clutch and brake wear, but it would with 99,000 miles showing, 99,145, so I have a strong feeling that the miles might be correct. Vinyl's in nice shape on this car. No major entry wear. There's a split right here in the seat, and there's a couple tears in the headliner. Let's see, where were we? Here we go. One here and one there. Could have been lived in at some point. A little bit of warpage to the package tray. Date code correct seat belts, late 66, both sides. Pontiac mats, correct loop style carpet. That may have been changed because it looks pretty good for 55 years old. All the turn signals are working, brake lights are working, reverse lights are working, bright light indicator is working. Just pulled it out of the building, so I haven't had a chance to drive it yet other than just engaging it here. And original AM radio still in place. Fan makes a little bit of noise. High limit is not working. Glove box opens and closes. It's got a new liner in there. Got to do kind of a double pull to get it open. We won't mess. There we go. Original data sticker present. And the console lid is in pretty decent shape. It does open. The glove box light does not go on and off anymore. The dome light works from the driver's door, but the switch is likely bad in the passenger door because I didn't get it to come on. Wipers are sweeping. We'll see that in a second. Headlights, bright lights, again, are all working. Turn signals, we're working from the front and rear outside. And there we go on the inside. So, good function. Very minor amount of shudder upon engagement to first gear. Really minor. Almost not worthy of mentioning. There's some delamination going on in this rear view mirror, as you can see. And we got a crack at 12 o'clock in the rim of the steering wheel. The horn works. Speedometer appears to be turning. Took about 250, maybe 300 still photos on this inspection. Those will be provided to the client who hired us. Getting pretty cold today. I'm going to roll that window up. From going during the inspection. Holding my phone down right now because there's a cop there at the light. Hoping he's not going to follow me. I don't know if it's illegal to videotape in Illinois, but it is in Michigan where I'm from. There's third gear. Let's get to fourth gear. Appears to be turning. Got a little bit of gasoline. We'll call that good. Clock is inoperable, and the steering wheel is at about, it's parked at about I would say 2 o'clock, 2:30. Bolt posi is reported. Power steering assist is working nicely. We'll give reverse a try. I watched the owner back out of his garage, but I did not. Feels decent. Little bit of shutter. I'm going to show the clutch pedal here. So there we are, and engagement is there. Engagement is there. About halfway through the pedal. See if I can get some quick acceleration here. Let the right rear tire spin. Chirp second with wet pavement. When I get back, I'll stick a digital temp gauge on the engine just to see what the temp is ringing up at. Aftermarket stereo hooked up to the front speaker. Don't worry too much about that. So I would base this car really as a good solid survivor. I don't see that there's been any heavy duty body repairs done to any of the panels. The rear body mounts behind the splash for the rear tires, both of them have been changed. A new mount welded in and a new rubber donut installed. Those are shown on the other video for the prospective buyer. Other than that, the underbody structure is very solid. Wheel tubs are in good shape. Only one small wheel tub repair noted in the left rear splash area. I'll zoom over it real quickly. I'm going to park. I've not tried the parking brake yet. I'm gonna pop out and show the trunk. Turn our headlights off. I guess I'll leave that in here. I'll try the parking brake after I get it inside, just in case it's got got any issues. Going over this black vinyl top, it's in really nice condition. It's got one small bump right here, a little pimple under the vinyl. I didn't really see anything else major. It's going to be difficult to discern now with the rain on it, but indoor, I looked it over indoors, and the reflective quality on the paint's pretty nice. All this glass rolls up and down with a one-handed effort. Doesn't require two hands. All of the belt molding trim and the exterior chrome trim on the vent windows is nice. The grills are nice. Door handles are nice. Those gaskets were changed and pulled off prior to this car being repainted. If I had to put an age on the paintwork, I'd guess probably 25 years ago. I don't know if I showed this door skin earlier, but there it is. The owner's not aware of having any PHS documentation inside for me to view. We do have some cracks in the original A-pillar seals and a little bit of pitting on the inside of the chrome on the vent window here. But again, door corners, they present nicely. Date-coated seat belts I mentioned earlier. Pontiac floor mats. Little bit of fade to the carpet. I'm sure the carpet kit was changed. These seats could well be original Survivor seats. There's a little bit of a buckle in that cardboard there. And I showed the small holes in the headliner. Notice that the dome light's not coming on from this door jamb. That switch is likely bad or disconnected. Seats are still pretty comfortable. You can see a little bit of shape, you know, coming through. These seats, I'm guessing the padding and the springs and whatnot are original to the car. Wood grain looks terrific, doesn't it? Shifts out pretty good. Like I said, a little minor shutter. Door closes nice and easy. Well, make me a liar. Closed the first time earlier. Guess it's going to take 5 times this time to close it. All right. Trunk has been resplattered. It looks like an original mat, actually, just because of the age on it. Let's see if it's got any writing on the back. It doesn't. Has some surface rust stains from some oxidation gathering in the pan. And there's a tape line here where this was resprayed. I don't believe this pan was changed. It didn't look like it was changed from underneath. I didn't see any evidence of body work hiding down there or any repaint work down there. Super Sport red line. Tire jack is in the wheel well, tie down there. Harnesses are all original to the tail lights with the correct little rubber plug dropping down to get to the reverse lights. The chrome on the bumpers have a nice fit and finish. A little bit of patina back here on this bumper. Again, hard to see in the rain. Both bumpers could stand to be heavily cleaned and wheeled to show their true condition. But I think they will clean up nicely, and I think they're presentable. Jambs are in great shape, really. Overlap seam from the quarter to the tail panel looks really nice and stock, just like it should. Unrestored, really. A little bit of chippage here in the jamb where they went from new paint to old paint. You can see that that's original paint in the jambs. Deck lid corners are in really nice shape. Nothing to whine about there. So there we have the trunk. We've covered the interior, vinyl top, and the paint. As far as small paint flaws go, here's a small spot right here. That's a contamination and a touch up here. And there's some stone chips and whatnot on the nose panel. A few other spots that were pointed out in the photos for the potential buyer. Wipers are sweeping. All 4 drum wheel drum brakes on all 4 wheels, power assisted, and they seem to be working pretty good. Steering could stand to be aligned just for a straighter wheel. Chrome on the headlight bezels is nice. The grille trim and lights, they're nice, they're very presentable. The mirror's got a good shine to it with no pitting on it. This windshield, I wasn't positive. There might have been a couple little stone splash marks here. It's an original unit. It does have a wiper sweep mark here. And the rear glass is in pretty good shape. Again, this is video 2 of a 2-part video. And was unable to keep one video going because Google said my storage was full. Thank you, Google. That's why I've got no pause button and I keep running on here. But there we have, return test drive is 99,146 on the odometer. Jason from Auto Appraise wrapping up a pre-sale inspection in Chicagoland. Got a 5-hour drive home, so best be getting. Keys forward, battery light coming on. Temperature light comes on for a minute, illumines, and then goes out as it should. I'm going to let this car idle off camera for a few more minutes while I get my stuff packed up and then do a digital engine temperature test on it and just see how she's running.